Welcome to 2024, fellas. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You too, Todd.
Oh, me too.
Hey,
Happy New Year.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, we doing this tonight?
We are, yep.
You didn't know we were
This
doing
is officially the second year for Will You Be My Neighbor.
They said it wouldn't last.
No, they sure did. But who's laughing now? The hosts.
They said you wouldn't last time.
Oh, not very. My wife said that.
Yep, indeed. We are recording this on January 2nd, so it truly is the new year. We had, I don't know about y'all, but I stayed up till the very end watching college football last night. Ridiculous that it ends at 1 a.m.
It didn't start that late, though, did it? It was
8:45 was the date, the start time, but then
let me tell you a little something.
Long, and so they were delayed on the kick.
You're a Jackson. You're a Floridian. You're an East Coast guy.
Yes, I am.
You know what you're missing is Central Time starts. It's amazing. It's a world of difference. Yeah, everything starts an hour earlier. You get to bed at a decent time.
That makes sense.
I mean, Monday Night Football starts at 7.
Imagine my daughter in Mountain Time.
Oh,
2 hours.
I did for a while go to California pretty regularly for work, and sometimes it would be over weekends if we had deployment activity. And it was nice on Saturday morning to roll out of bed, and the noon kicks were starting as soon as you got out of bed.
Yeah.
Yep, they were nice.
I think Central is about perfect, though.
Yeah.
7 o'clock is about when things should start.
Yep, so that's good.
You know, the news comes on here at 11. And I haven't watched the news in years, but if you watch
that's all I ever knew.
Yeah, it comes on at 10 there. It's
yeah.
like bed. You get in bed, watch the news for about 20 minutes, and go to sleep. Here, it's not on until 11.
That explains why Todd goes to bed so soon.
That's right.
That's right, exactly.
I don't watch the news anymore, though.
Yeah. No good news out there. So
I get my news from
Facebook,
Twitter, Snapchat, and
TikTok,
X.
X is
Twitter and X. Wow, you really do follow the news closely.
I'm hip.
Well, Happy New Year to you, fellas. It's my pleasure to be spending it again with you.
Oh, what a pleasure.
It was a good New Year's Eve. No
there
fires in the neighborhood.
There were some big booms.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It started like at noon.
Yeah.
I think people didn't know what time.
I thought noon was.
So our neighbors had hosted a little thing a couple doors down, and we told them we'd come over
you were
there.
bragging about that.
And then around 7, I heard these booms that were shaking the house more than any I'd ever remembered. So I figured, the neighbors have gotten started already. So we went down there.
I thought maybe you ran into the bedroom.
And and then it turns out they had not even started yet. So that was somebody probably over in North Lake or the Arbors that was really booming it up. And then when they did their fireworks, it was an impressive show as well. So
that's what she said.
That is what she said, yep. So it was a good New Year's Eve. How'd y'all celebrate?
I cleaned a guinea pig cage.
I saw that.
Todd came and borrowed
all the way through
one
midnight.
log of wood for me.
And then I took my daughter to a party where...
Did you?
Well, it wasn't really a party, but I took her somewhere. Then I stopped by Ryan's where he was...
Came by and asked if she could borrow one log.
One log, huh? Because you
could
didn't
do
want
with
your
one
solo
log.
stove
One
burning
log.
too long, huh?
And when I got there, I found he was having a big party.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
And Todd was invited,
Yeah.
but he didn't come because he knew he wasn't going to make it to midnight. So he didn't.
There was a lot of people there.
That was the prerequisite to make it to midnight.
He didn't want to be embarrassed.
I felt
I
bad.
have to go to bed early.
Well, I don't.
So you had a big party over here in the Exquisite Orchards.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan had a big party with the young folks.
A big party of 4.
And I cleaned out a guinea pig cage.
Hey, you're like Goldilocks, right in the middle. You don't fit anywhere.
Yeah. Ryan didn't give me his log though, so
That's good. Very good. You rang in the year with Ryan's log
and
I would.
And I smoked
in
the
both hands.
Well, it wasn't that big.
No, okay.
And then I smoked the
One-handed
cigar that Ryan gave me for Christmas.
And did you make it to midnight?
Yeah,
Did you? Very nice. Very nice.
12:01. He was in
Central Time.
Yeah.
No, I made it.
So no fires in the neighborhood this year that I have heard about. Last year there was one in North Lake. Y'all remember that?
Oh yeah, the house. Yeah, that was
That's right. The firework got loose in the garage over there. We were looking out our back window 12:15 last year and saw a parade of fire trucks come by and hopped on the cart to go see if everybody was okay. And It was something else. So I'm glad that Rivertown was unscathed this year. But you know what Rivertown didn't have?
A party at the
A
club.
dirty guinea pig cage.
That's true.
That's what the Tillsworth house is.
That's right. But Ryan is correct. Say it again, since Todd was talking over.
He always
Go
talks
figure.
over me. No,
Huh?
no. Why don't you say it, Todd?
A dirty guinea pig cage.
Well, how is the River Club closed on New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand if you want the kids to be able to get home, but not even open during the day.
What's the history of that? Has that always been closed on?
I don't recall that I have tried to go there on New Year's Eve. Have you?
I don't recall it being closed on New Year's
Yeah.
Eve, but I know I've never thought that it was open for
Yeah. Well,
until midnight.
probably. Yeah. I wonder if it was the fact that it was a Sunday that was a factor.
Why would that make a difference?
I don't know.
They could at least be open till 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my daughter who lives in Mandarin, had some friends from up north in town, and she always likes to bring them out here and show them Rivertown.
Yeah.
And she's like, we were going to come out tomorrow, but the River Club's closed. And she's like, she's always gets worked up about that. But
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know.
there's definitely some underutilization and some potential there. There was a Facebook thread with a lot of great ideas about how it could be used. And I say, more power to you. Let's see if we can get Vesta to listen up and put something together next
I almost think they could have two different events catering to two different types of. They could have something at the River House and something at the River Club.
And next year, River Lodge as well will be open. So
River Log?
no, it's Ryan Lodge.
Oh, Ryan's Log.
River
That's
Lodge.
right.
You think that'll be open by next year?
Summer of 24.
Yeah, it's supposed to open in summer.
So I'm guessing it's going to open on September 20th of 2024.
The last day of
Last
summer.
day of summer. Yep, exactly.
That's where the lazy river
So
is.
that would be really cool. Now, by comparison, our friends in Watersong,
Oh,
Had
did
a
you see the
blowout.
Facebook party?
I did.
Yeah, they
It was
were.
at their clubhouse.
I'm surprised you didn't go.
Looked awesome. In 2024, we'll be eligible.
You will be.
Uh,
You were eligible 2 years ago.
Whatever.
Yeah, they were really partying it up. They do it
Talk about New Year's resolutions. That's going to be mine.
what, to get younger.
Get the truth out about ages.
So obviously, anybody who listens to the podcast knows that we did a live. Well, it wasn't live. We recorded from. We were alive. They were alive. Most of them were at Watersong like a month ago, and we had a good
First of
time.
December. Yep. Yeah, we did.
And their New Year's Eve party was in that same vein. They had a good time.
It looked like a
They get down over there.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I'm a little
the
envious.
River House, the River Club, there's lots of opportunities to really have something big that is sponsored and for the good of the residents. Would be a great option.
And we were in Watersong not too long ago doing our special
Yes,
holiday giveaway
we were making a
to
couple
our
stops in
biggest and bestest listeners.
there. And those with names similar to our biggest and bestest.
Yeah, and strangers as well.
They were just the listeners that we knew about.
Yes, that's true.
If
That's
you
true.
didn't get
It's
if you didn't get anything, we
self-identified.
didn't know you listened. We're sorry.
And there's
Contact at WIBMN.
I think there's some closet listeners.
I think you're right.
They don't want to come out and let us know.
Yep. That's
They're probably embarrassed.
We're going to cover some
I don't blame 'em.
statistics later in the show. We'll call
Oh.
it the state of the podcast.
Oh, where'd you come up with that?
It was a good idea.
That was a good idea.
It was.
Who came up with that?
So yeah, you came up with the idea, and then Ryan and I did all the work. To
Right. I
gather-
didn't see him
gather the
contribute at all.
details.
I didn't know we were doing it. I would have put in all the work.
Yeah.
He would have just Googled some things on Facebook and
So before we move on, talking a little bit more about what's to come tonight, how do you guys feel about New Year's resolutions?
I gave up drinking.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that went well
It lasted a long time.
for a day.
I like to make like one that I think I'll do.
Yeah.
And then you don't.
I mean, I do it for a while.
Are you disclosing what that one is?
I
Talking
mean,
less.
I don't want to turn this into a therapy session. So,
I know a guy.
yeah. No, I mean,
Episode 22.
it came up on the last one we did where I
Yeah.
think about the past a lot.
Yeah. So
It's
you're
your
gonna try
goal.
not to stop
Yeah.
and think about the past.
Think about death and the Grim Reaper.
Yeah. So that's your resolution
To not,
to not.
think more about the future, not the past,
Okay, well, that's a good way to put it. 'Cause I was going to tell
as
you,
opposed to death.
yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with thinking about the past.
Think about
Fun.
how far in the future it'll be before Nebraska wins the national title.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
think next year they're going to make the playoff.
Oh my goodness.
There's
'Cause
12
they're letting
teams.
12 teams in.
Yeah.
You better win some games.
Right? They got a soft schedule. UTEP's their first game.
So 0-1, and then what? Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado's on the schedule.
Yeah. Well, I think you'll be improved, but the playoffs still, that's 12 teams. That's a high hurdle.
Yeah. We got the best quarterback in the nation. Took him from Georgia.
They do. You think he'll start day one?
I think after Chuba left, he'll have to.
Yeah. Okay.
What about you, Dan?
I've not been a big fan of resolutions. I have said that I want to concentrate on my health with watching what I eat and exercising, and see if I can drop a few pounds. But
Does that mean you're
Then,
less fire captains?
maybe I can swap in a Coke Zero.
There you go.
Oh,
yeah, that should
good
just be your
solution.
resolution.
Yeah.
just go to a Coke Zero instead of Coke and
That's right.
drink all the fire captains you want.
Aspartame and whiskey.
I have kept that resolution all year. But I've proven in the past that I'm good at losing weight. I'm not good at keeping it off. So I return to my old ways.
You just keep finding it.
Yeah, exactly. But I have been able to drop 20, 40, 60 pounds in different periods of my life, but it always comes back. So maybe this year I can do something about that.
We ought to have a contest amongst the three of us.
Yeah, I see you could lose the most weight.
I don't know if that would work, but
Yeah,
don't know
I'm
what
pretty
it
sure
would
I
be.
could win that one.
It's got to be percentage. I do it by percent.
Yeah, I could win that one too.
Well, let me know when we start. I'll fatten up real quick.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Very good. So, yeah, I have not made a resolution, and I did not start on the 1st about that, but pretty soon here I'll find some motivation to do that.
maybe we should run a 5K soon.
Okay.
No, a 5K.
Soon, yeah. I'll run it in my golf cart.
You could have a golf cart 5K.
Maybe we should sponsor a 5K.
Yeah, that's the same as running it, right? If you sponsor
Exactly. Exactly. I can have a tub of chicken wings at the end, congratulating the finishers.
Hopefully, we'll talk about our financials
Neighbor.
later in the state of.
Yeah, our
it. Yeah. But then-
podcast financial.
Yeah.
yeah. We can tell everyone how much money we made.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sounds good.
Be
All right.
transparent.
So we've got some good guests tonight that'll be coming up later. Rita and Brian
Locals.
Butch, you know them?
I've heard of them.
You heard of
Blackwater Pirates.
Blackwater Pirates?
I heard they got a reputation, those Blackwater Pirates.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it sounds like a very exclusive club that you need
I
to.
wonder what the initiation is.
I don't know.
It's probably pretty
Something with a
grueling.
plank and a winch and
If you're a
some
pirate,
grog.
Some,
I don't know.
I don't know, eye patch.
Yeah, we probably won't ask them that question though, because they're not going to share their secrets.
it's a wooden shaft.
Maybe so. Maybe so. So we've got our drink of the week.
Todd's scared of it.
Yeah. Well, let's play a little
dive in.
music. Give
Reminds
him,
me of
give him
high
some
school.
time to
Reminds you
warm
of
up
high
to it.
school? What were you drinking in high school?
Whiskey.
So what you want? One bourbon, one scotch, one beer.
Legally, though.
Legally, right.
Yeah.
14, right?
You can drive a car.
Ryan, what do we got here?
You've got a berry buffalo. That's what I'm going to call it.
Kind of like a hairy
B-
buffalo.
Kind of, but
Barry or Berry?
however you want to spell it.
No.
I would say
Or is
Berry.
Is it a person or a
It's
flavor?
not a person. It's a flavor.
Okay.
Are you drinking it?
It's Buffalo Trace, cranberry, and ginger ale.
And you made this up.
I did. I just threw
Yeah,
it together.
this is a Theodore concoction. TM.
It's better
And
than
we know how well those go.
Yeah.
Jingle Juice was good.
It's definitely made with Buffalo Trace because Buffalo Trace is a great mixer for those of you who don't know.
I had Buffalo Trace at a work meeting probably eight years ago, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Guy brought out a bottle and said, "You guys want to try this Buffalo Trace?"
Yeah.
I,
It's not what you drink if you want to start drinking bourbon.
well,
So,
But it's
is
a good
the-
mixer.
The reference to it being a mixer, is that a joke of some sort that
Yes,
I'm not
it is.
in on? Yeah.
Because everyone thinks you buy Buffalo Trace and you got a good bourbon.
kind of like Angel's Envy.
It's not a sipping bourbon, huh?
What's your problem with Angel's Envy that I'll mention later in the podcast?
It's not a reputable.
Oh,
I don't think many people when they think of drinking bourbon
it's
turn to
expensive.
Angel Engine. It's
That's all that
It's not
matters.
worth it for the
So
price.
when I offered it to Dylan Thomas a few episodes ago,
Oh, you have it here?
he was just being kind when he acted excited.
Probably.
You have it?
Dylan, check in at contact@wybmn.com. Let me know if that was just a pity appreciation.
Probably. What was the other option?
Kessler's.
Maker's Mark. Is that not good?
Like
That's the one with the
Just a
red. That's the one with the red wax.
Yeah.
Now, when I
know
first
all about
moved
it.
into Rivertown,
Maker's 46 is better than regular Maker's Mark.
I
You usually
put a
drink
post
Blanton's.
in the men's club
Sure you do.
saying I'm starting a bar. Never had one before. And I need some suggestions. Let's see if I can find that post.
Highlight.
Continue here. So. Carry on. It may take me a while to find.
Oh, okay. Highlight. It's not a bourbon.
Speaking of
We're not even talking about this.
Shane Gohagen,
Yeah, we got it.
the other night I needed help with my TV.
May
that
21st of 2020, I found it.
some of you may have seen that I needed some help with
Did
my
you?
new TV. And it was Shane Gohagen to the rescue again.
Wow.
I went over to his house.
Did you pay him in highlight?
No, it was dark, and he invited me over again, and kind of the same thing happened. But yeah, he gave me his nuts, and we were good to go.
And some screws?
Just the nuts.
No, just the nuts. Old man can't read. Even
Look at the first response.
Old Crow.
Some dumbass.
What is this? What is that from?
That's my post asking for recommendations.
3 years
how to
ago?
stock my bar on May 21st, 2020, and some
I didn't
guy
even
named
know you.
Todd Tillsworth was the first commenter saying "Old Crow," and then that was a joke, by the way.
Did I say that?
You did. So you followed it.
Wow.
all right. So we got to
let's-
talk about this
yeah, let's
drink.
talk about the
or-
drink.
What are your
Then
thoughts
I'll-
on
then I'll
Old
recap on
Crow? You ever had it?
No.
that. I've not
I
either.
had a friend of mine in high school drank so much Old Crow he passed out in his car and sweat was just dripping down his nose and onto his
Are you
shirt.
sure it was sweat?
No, and maybe not.
You don't remember.
I had a sip, and
That's about all you're going to do?
I'm gonna say it's better than the old fashioned.
It doesn't take much to be better than the old fashioned.
I like it.
It's a little tart. The cranberry kind of kills the
That was the point.
uh,
That way you can. There's not a lot of cranberry in there.
Well, it was a pleasure to watch you.
tastes
make
better than it smells. Yeah, it
It smells
on the
strong,
floor.
doesn't it?
It does smell strong, but it tastes better.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd sip this. I might just like
You gonna
shoot
give
it.
us a number?
Do I have to go first? Like
You always go
Yeah.
first.
Tradition. Year 2.
Oh man, for what it is, made up whiskey drink.
It's a bourbon.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a difference.
There's a difference. If you're going
It's
to be
actually not that
if you're
bad.
going to be in the club, you got to know the difference.
6.9.
Giggity.
Is that a 69 or a 6.9?
6.9.
Okay, just making sure.
Or if we're on a 100 scale, it's a 69.
Well, I'm going to give it a
That
7.
means there's a period involved.
That's what stopped it, was the period.
Is that what the red stuff is?
No,
Okay, 6.9. Ryan, what say you?
I said 7.
7?
Wow, your own drink.
I'll go with 7.1 then for Ethan.
Oh, I bet I can do the numbers on that. That's a 7.
7.0. I like it, though. It's pretty good.
It's not terrible.
You know, I have learned that I'm not a bourbon guy. Probably the best bourbon drink that I recall, and I'm not man enough to drink it neat, I promise you that, was just Makers and Ginger. That's good. Makers and Ginger Ale.
You had Old Crow?
I've not had Old Crow, but we are going to revisit that post here in a minute.
Angel's Envy is where it's at.
Apparently.
I think I'm going to start going to the men's club.
So Todd Tillsworth recommended to my request of how do I stock a liquor cabinet properly, looking for brands that won't embarrass us, but also that don't look like we're trying too hard to impress somebody. So I was asking for categories and brand names and those categories that are must-haves for a bar setup. So Todd comes through with Old Crow. And Joshua Garrett says, oh, hell, just come over and I'll show you. Too much to type.
This is 3 years
I'll
ago.
try. But then he does come through. He says, pick 1 or 2 of each. Bourbon, Maker's Mark, Buffalo Trace, Elijah Craig, Four Roses, Woodford Reserve. He recommends vodka, gin, rum, tequila, scotch, and then for whiskeys, Jameson, Jack Daniels, Crown Royal.
You're a big Crown.
So you pretty
fan.
much just went with the Crown Royal.
Flavored Crown Royal.
I got Jack Daniels in there. Unless my boys got into it, and I no longer have it there. But
I don't hear Fireball on that list.
Yeah, you're right.
You got any Johnny Walker?
Before we go.
Black and red?
Nick Stefano says disagrees with Joshua's recommendation of Tito's and says he prefers Kettle One vodka. Garrett Schneider says that Joshua's list is pretty spot on.
That's when Josh still lived in the lakes.
I don't know.
No, I'm telling you.
Will Lacey deferred to the whiskey experts, but said he could weigh in on tequila or vodka. Christopher Hughes. Anyone know Christopher Hughes?
Do not.
Tito's for vodka. Tequila has to be Patron or 1800. Jack and Crown are safe whiskeys. And if you want to mix it up, Fireball will give you a fun night.
There it is.
Christopher
That's
Hughes,
where it started.
I salute you. Let's see. There we go. Ian Arms. If you throw a couple wine coolers in, you're set, bro. Arbor Mist is my go-to.
I'm a Bartles and James guy.
Ray Griffin, Boone's Farm, if you can find him. Thanks,
That's
Ray.
good stuff.
Chuck Garrett says Josh's list is a great start. And he sent a picture he was currently sipping on something called Sprayberry Bottle Shop. That was the retailer, I guess. Store in Marietta, Georgia. Looks like the name of it is Let's Taco About It. So I don't know. Oh, no, Four Roses Special, age 10 years, 5 months. So there we go. So that was my introduction to stocking the liquor cabinet.
You didn't have any booze at that time?
And all he bought was
Well, I started
Fireball
off by
and
saying I've primarily been a beer guy my entire adult life. Now that we've moved to a more social community, I'm stocking a liquor cabinet for the first time. What are the essentials?
So did you go out and just buy a bunch of booze after this?
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, when you live in the orchards, there's a certain expectation.
yeah, it's got to be top shelf.
4 Roses all the way.
No Burnett's.
All right, so we wound up with a 7.0 on our drink of the week.
I'm going to actually finish this one.
Yeah, I'm going to finish it too. Does that conclude our segment, Ryan?
It does once I play the song.
He drinks a whiskey drink, he drinks a vodka drink, he drinks a lager drink, he drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of the good times, he sings the songs that remind him of the better times.
I think that's the first.
I was just going to say, I think this is the first time you finished a drink.
I might say something.
That wasn't a beer.
Yeah, that's true.
It was clear to the top.
Yeah. I did give you the smallest
It
one.
was pretty good. Actually, it's
Is it growing up?
numbers getting a little bit better.
Yeah, you want to amend your number?
No, I do like a good. I'm calling it the wrong. Well, I like a good whiskey buzz, so I don't know the differences.
Yeah,
between-
that's fine. You can call it a whiskey drink.
Yeah, I tend to get aggressive.
Oh boy!
Is there
Thank goodness all the Christmas trees are
is there a
down.
drink
You
you're
don't-
not allowed to have?
You mean by my wife?
Yeah, that she's like, no, because you get too wild, you get too.
Oh, she doesn't want like the ones when I get a little roused.
That,
She definitely wants me to stay away
the
from
ones
those.
with aphrodisiacs.
No, not from her.
Other,
I have my own.
What's your own?
Well, I mean, it's just some bad experiences from the past. I think I spoke of those. Peach schnapps and rosé I mixed together in high school. When I had the popcorn shrimp from.
But will you eat?
Red
Will you drink
Lobster.
neither of those, or just?
No, I would not drink those.
Okay.
But I like this is good actually. Here's the problem with whiskey. If I get past a point, I'm like, oh god, that's pretty good. Let's make this
80
night
bar the
crazy.
door, huh?
Yeah.
What about you, Dan? Do you have any?
Bacardi,
You banned to
clear rum.
can't drink Bacardi?
Sounds like
Beth has not told me I couldn't, but that goes back to high school. I had the messiest junior
Pants?
night you can imagine. Oh man, don't even want to talk about it. But, and then I actually had it again at Chris White's a year ago, and
he's
did
a
it in
troublemaker.
moderation.
Yeah, he's
And,
an enabler.
yeah, and it was okay. I think I did. Compared to Captain Morgan Spice Rum, I was like, I would not choose Bacardi.
Bacardi has spice rum.
Yeah, but this was the clear rum, so it just was not as tasty to me, probably because of the memories. But anyway, that's what I can't have anymore.
Ryan, what about you? What are you?
Mine's Goldschlager. I will not drink Gold.
And who? But you can.
I can, but I will not drink that. I don't have any banned.
Still early.
I don't
for,
have ones that make me act crazy, I would say.
You're pretty subdued all the time.
Pretty much just chill out.
There's no, Ashley hasn't cut you off on anything yet. It's a little early for that.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, that usually happens after about 5 years.
Okay.
Right, Dan?
Yeah, that's about the time I was told that I've embarrassed her by saying stupid things when I was drinking. But that was no matter what I drank, so yeah, it's fair. It wasn't anything specific, it was just the amount.
You were just embarrassing, period.
Mm-hmm. I can live with that.
I can see that.
No,
Hey, what? You smell that? What's that smell?
it smells like popcorn.
Get your popcorn ready.
No shortage of topics this week. We were doing our pre-planning text and
We might do like a
several
trifecta.
things. We might indeed. So, get another soundbite for us to start.
No, I don't.
I thought you did.
No.
Whoa.
I was just going to play it when it came up. Now you guys all right, here we go.
Head dumps like a truck.
What would
was it?
that be about?
Play it again.
Can we just keep playing it?
Head dumps like a truck.
If you're gonna,
Oh, I hit
Cool.
a little mix it up.
I think it's about thongs.
It is.
if you're gonna
About
keep
the
up,
dump truck drivers with thongs.
if you're gonna keep up with the volume of trucks, you got to play that about 150 times today.
But I mean, is there a way to speed it up?
Yeah, exactly.
Can I make it go faster?
So I guess these are all coming in now. These dump trucks for the school and all the
I think they're
primarily school.
I think they're
fill.
filling in the lazy river. They've decided that's not a good idea. They're going to fill it in.
Here's what I think they should do. I think they should cut a path out to 13. It's right over there.
It's almost there.
Yeah.
No, I think they're going down. There's a lot off of 16A where they're getting all the fill dirt from.
So they're bringing dirt in, not taking it out.
Yeah, I think they're bringing some dirt in.
I mean, literally, it is a constant stream of dump trucks on our roads.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hear them because the orchard backs up to RiverTown, Maine, after it branches off from Orange Branch, and I hear them roaring by early every day.
It's a lot.
throughout the day. Yeah,
So that preserve's not as soundproof as Madame told you it was.
that's right. Exactly.
That sounds.
So I hope that once the school is filled, that'll largely stop. But
Isn't there already dirt there? What are they filling? Why are they bringing in dirt?
just got to level it, right? You can't have second grade lower than fourth grade.
You can't have drainage problems without adding levels that don't align with each other.
That's true.
That sounds like
Love
some
to see
sort of
the
engineer
topographical
speak.
map.
That's geometry,
Oh.
science.
I thought you're a geometrist then.
I'm a geometrist.
Oh. Huh. We had several other topics too. The dump
I don't
trucks.
remember any of the other ones.
The dump trucks is kind of.
That's the only one.
I mean, it is what it is,
Music for.
right?
Maybe all the dump trucks are bringing in dirt for the pickleball court.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
So pickleball, there's a group of pickleballers here in RiverTown, not to be confused with the many pickleballers and many pickleball courts in Watersong, who are actually getting more pickleball courts, by the way. But there's a relatively new pickleball group here in RiverTown. They play like early Saturday and
At the tennis courts.
at the tennis courts with these makeshift pickleball nets that seem to get destroyed.
What happens if they show up on a Saturday and the net is pulled down and perhaps unusable?
Well, somebody puts it on Facebook.
That seems to be, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That happened.
Which evokes a certain response.
it does.
You know what I was
How do you guys
surprised?
feel about that?
I think we should have a
I think
regular.
it needs to be a real pickleball
Yeah,
court.
I mean
And then we don't have to worry about it.
that portable net's pretty janky.
Like,
I mean, it looks like it just fell apart on
Did
its
someone
own.
bring that in, or was that provided by Vesta?
That's a good question. I think I've seen two of them in the pictures, and they look about like they're going to fall apart, even if you don't touch them. But they look pretty fragile. I think
It's kind of like
roll.
every ping pong net, right? They're always.
Speaking of ping pong, I got me.
Well, isn't that what
a-
pickleball is? It's just
That's like
bigger
a,
pickup-
Let's call it like a
bigger-
combo of tennis and ping pong for old people with
Old
diapers. I got me new. Thanks to that was you, right? Thanks to you. Who turned me on to the thing?
yeah, paddle ball or the ping pong
paddle.
Yeah. Have you
So-
tried it out yet?
I haven't, but the offer still stands.
What was that offer?
Anybody,
Can you
anytime,
paddle me with that?
anyway. Oh, what?
I thought that's what.
I think we got away from the popcorn part
Oh.
of pickleball.
Oh, I thought we were talking about how good I was at ping pong.
Well, he did get it off Facebook, so
He did.
Yeah.
He did. But
So yeah,
That
pickleball.
most recent exchange of a damaged net led to some heated.
Barbs.
Yeah.
Because some of them were from
Now,
tennis players.
I want to publicly support and stand up for my friend Rhonda Cassidy right now, who said that this kind of vandalism is likely to continue if there is no accountability in the form of punishment,
Spankings.
or fines, or sure spankings for the
Paddlings.
perpetrators. Right?
Paddlings.
She
Perps.
she suggested that the RiverTown lights at the roundabout that were destroyed cost about $20,000 to fix. You guys heard that?
I didn't hear that was the price tag, but yeah, the parents should pay for it.
Yeah, and the perpetrators were identified.
Oh, they were?
I understand it, and were not held to be responsible monetarily. So
How does that work?
Rhonda thought that that was not right, and that precedent would lead to continued vandalism. And I agree completely.
Do the perps live in Rivertown?
I don't know.
Well, you said they were identified. So you had
If
a
we
bunch of
have
information.
any
didn't
lawyers
tell me.
listening, maybe they can explain the
Do you feel?
legality.
Do you
of it.
feel like they were in Rivertown?
I honestly don't know from the context given, but it doesn't matter if they do or not. If they were found,
I'm just saying they probably wouldn't. They wouldn't see the Facebook post.
I guess
if
it,
they
it
Would not
depends.
prosecute.
I guess it would depend on if they were charged. Do they have to? Is that part of their punishment
so
that
I
they
guess
have to pay, or
they're not being charged is the problem with
if
it.
they're not being charged, whose fault is that?
What's restitution mean?
Means making it whole.
I thought that's where you sell yourself on this.
Oh no, that's
Is that something?
what Dan got in trouble for.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you're a pro at restitution,
You're a prostitution.
that's selling yourself. But I agree completely with Rhonda that if there's not going to be a precedent set in holding someone accountable, then it's not a deterrent, and this is going to continue to happen.
I'd say help me, Rhonda.
And Rhonda got some pushback that really aggravated me. Did you guys see that?
Tell us how you
Have
feel.
an opinion?
Tell us how you feel.
I know that I've had situations with my kids where they have.
Hold on. If you got something,
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
One person in particular came at her, attacking her character.
Come at me, bro.
And
yeah, why don't we have that as a?
we've only got 36 options.
Cash me outside.
That girl's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But one lady came after Rhonda with some personal attacks, saying,
A lot of virile.
Huh?
Is that a word? Virile?
Why did you sound out words? Let him talk.
All right.
This is his. This is his rant.
Okay.
Not your.
I'm trying to enhance
You're
it.
going on mute.
Hey, can you hear me?
you might want to mute those two for our guest as well. So, but anyway, I thought it was very unbecoming of this lady to personally attack Rhonda and to. It appeared as if she'd gone back and reviewed a lot of Rhonda's prior posts and formed an opinion of her that was calling her out that all your other posts don't match your behavior here, and thought it was totally inappropriate. One of the points that she made was you don't know what you're talking about until your kids have been responsible for something, and it depends on how you handled it. Well, I can tell you that I've had boys that have destroyed things and at great expense, and we have been accountable for that. And darn sure made sure that our boys.
You say darn sure made sure?
I did, yeah. Darn sure ensured that our boys were held accountable for that. And that doesn't make it that I don't think it's wrong for them to be called to account by others. If you do something stupid, you should be called out on it. And
one might say they'd be
Take
better for
restitution.
it, really, right? I mean,
Exactly.
I would think
Yeah.
consequences
well, absolutely.
would help shape
Absolutely.
you.
If you're covering it up, then where's the motivation to not do it again? So anyway, if you're listening, Rhonda, I got your back and think that you were spot on and made great points. And the person that came after you, in my opinion, was out of line.
Can I say something?
That's hard.
Yeah.
hitting.
That does not have anything to do with any of this?
Mm-hmm.
There were no posts about the fireworks. I don't remember seeing anyone complain about the fireworks for New Year's.
My wife complained, but not on Facebook.
I saw in a few threads celebrating them, People saying, I just feel for the dogs.
But there was no like.
Yeah, there was
Why
no-
are people still like? Why are people
Right.
setting them off at 9 p.m. and
Yeah, you're right.
like typical?
You're right.
My dogs,
I didn't see that either.
right? I was for sure expecting some of those booms. You know, we talked about it. Is they were big. Some people, I mean, RiverTown spared no expense on fireworks. So, and
And I heard a few New Year's Day, and it was actually pretty short lived. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
6 o'clock New Year's Eve.
I don't think there weren't that many after midnight either.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be as long lasting.
Yeah, there's been
That's
years
what
where
she
it's
said.
gone into the wee hours.
I don't mind fireworks. I mean, I don't do them. I don't.
You don't waste your money.
No.
Yeah.
But I watch other people waste their money or catch on fire or whatever.
I reminded Beth of a story the other day regarding fireworks and her mother who had visited us a number of years ago, and the kids were little, and we were going to a movie, and it was in early July or late June, and we drove past a fireworks place, and the kids were like, "Can we get some fireworks? Can we get fireworks?" And my mother-in-law from the way back said, "No, we're not getting fireworks," and that pissed me off.
So you stopped and got fireworks?
Well, we were on our way to the movie, but I said, "Yeah, kids, we're going to get some fireworks on our way back." So, thinking, who are you to say that we're not getting fireworks? As if it's any way your decision. So we had fireworks that week. And then Beth pointed out that if she remembers correctly, one of the kids burned their hand pretty bad on a spark.
That's not a firework, though, is it?
To which point I said, well, it was well worth it. I would happily sacrifice my kid's hands in order to make a point to my mother-in-law.
Well, so another thing we didn't talk about that was talked about while we were on our break, the Panthers, RiverTown Panthers shindig that they put together with no transportation.
Oh yes,
But I haven't seen anyone post about how that went, so I'd be curious to see how that went.
I would be curious to see how that went.
Do you have an opinion?
I think in the years past they've always had transportation. So honestly, if it's a neighborhood thing and you're selling tickets, why are you not providing some sort of transportation?
Well, that allows people to travel together.
Yeah, otherwise you're just selling a group of tickets in the same section.
You could probably find tickets.
And relieves a bit of personal responsibility that you can maybe live it up a little more at the game without risk.
For sure.
Yeah.
Longleaf Rides tried to step in and help out a little bit. I saw that Alberto made a post, offering, depending on how many people there were, you could give some people a ride, but I think it should have been provided.
Yeah. So,
Well,
It
the
is
golf
what it
cart,
is.
the Christmas parade should have went the right direction too.
Well, we have lots of instances. Dan, are you done with that pot yet? How long is this going to take?
I'm enjoying
The rest of the episode.
I've told so many people that don't live here, family and whatnot, this that Christmas parade story, and
Yeah.
it's a sad story, really. If you look
It
at some
is.
of those posts, and people are like, "We were sitting out there for a half hour, and my kids were out there, and my grandparents were in town. We were waiting all day for the
Yeah.
golf cart parade, and it never came." And it's kind of sad. Just think of the little kids that were excited about a Christmas
right.
golf cart parade.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I mean, even Dan was crying.
I was standing on my back porch waiting and waiting and waiting. And I think I didn't know until Ryan informed me from the midst of the parade that it
And he had taken the wrong route.
had gone the wrong way.
If I had known the route, I would have turned at the right street. But I was not leading the parade. Let's make that very clear.
They should. They
My
should.
wife was the one afterwards who said, as we passed the road, she goes, "I think we were supposed to turn there."
That was helpful.
Yeah. And I'm sure we were like fourth cart in line. If we had turned, everyone would have followed us. So it's her fault.
And only 3 carts would have missed the fun.
That's right.
And they could have brought up the rear.
The well-planned Christmas crawl unfortunately had to be canceled due to weather. Right? Were you guys going to participate in that?
I was not.
We were going to check it
December
out.
16th?
I wasn't super excited.
Yeah. I'd like
I think
to see
it's-
how it turns out if they're
Well, they're
able to do it next year.
Did they reschedule it this time?
No, they did not. But when we were out spreading Christmas cheer and we came upon something in the arbors, that was their Christmas crawl reschedule. So they
makes
did
sense.
it for themselves
They party hard in the arbors.
I don't think they made it known to everyone, which
It
is
is not.
probably a good idea because it was packed
It was packed.
without being known to the entire RiverTown. So we would have stopped in, spread some cheer, but we couldn't get a parking spot, could we?
No.
No, it was full.
So
And we weren't invited.
yeah, that's true. But
But Todd was.
Santa Claus can go where he wants.
But his,
Santa Claus wasn't there. He
his
didn't
bag
have
was small.
a full sack.
Your sack was tiny.
I think I'm about done here with the pie. I'm going to finish that bite. But,
Yeah.
All right.
and then we'll be back with
Wait.
our guest.
How many topics should we cover?
Well, we can keep going. I'm just.
I thought there was a third one.
Yes. Yeah, I think
covered
we.
more
What was that?
That in the New Year's Eve event at the River Club.
Oh,
There's
oh yeah,
potential.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rita and Brian Butch will be our guests when we return. Any more popcorn?
Nope.
I've had enough.
Hardly
Just
any more
kernels.
pecan pie.
Just kernels left.
Old maids.
So I guess we're ready to put the lid on this popcorn and be back in a moment with our guest.
Yeah.
Get your popcorn ready.
So tell me, Mrs. Rita, what's it say in my tarot? Read my poem and tell me, why do lovers come and go? Is she coming around?
Sorry, Brian. There's only room for one intro song, and we went with the better half. We had to, right? You guys know that song? Anyone at the table? Name that artist.
It's like a 90s artist.
It is a very good 90s artist, in my opinion.
Yeah, the group sounds familiar.
Gin Blossoms.
That's right.
The Gin Blossoms. And so that was Mrs. Rita by the Gin Blossoms.
But there's also a song named Brian. You could have played.
Is there?
Hey, Jealousy.
Yeah, they do that as well.
yeah.
Yeah. So see, now that's Brian. He's jealous. So hey, jealousy.
I think.
Anyway, we've gone way
Brian
too
is,
long without
Bare Naked
introducing him.
Ladies.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe we'll
Well,
play that later.
Yeah, maybe so. But we are happy to have Rita and Brian Butch as our guests tonight. Welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Very
you
happy to
bet.
be here.
All right. We are excited because these are neighbors that are in the thick of things here in RiverTown. I bet most of you in the listening audience know them. If you don't, get to know them. And we'll tell you a few ways that you may know them if you're not familiar with all the things that they do in the neighborhood. So we're looking forward to a good time here tonight.
I think
Happy New
they're
Year.
Blackwater Pirates. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Way.
Yeah, well, let's start there. How did the Blackwater Pirates come to be?
I think we were just talking, hanging out with everybody. We were very close knit when we were first there with everybody there, and we just all did activities together. And somebody said, we need some shirts. And somebody said, Blackwater, what goes with Blackwater? We're the Pirates. So next thing you know, we have shirts and we're wearing them to events. And
It wasn't because
people
you're
got kicked
from
out.
Pittsburgh and you just wanted pirates.
It was not, but actually, the guy that suggested it, I was like, I'm 100% on board with Pirates. Absolutely 100%.
We can be black and gold. Well, yeah, I got the whole motif.
Exactly. So it was cool. It was great for a while, especially with everybody that was here at the time.
Yeah.
And we had fun with it.
And you guys have a bit of a bad rap, right? I mean,
Bad?
No?
Explain the bad.
oh, I guess
rap.
I'm just talking about the other people in the neighborhood, how they feel about the Blackwater Pirates.
How do they feel about the Blackwater Pirates?
I didn't know we were going to get into that.
So we can go
No,
there.
I'm just kidding. That's not true.
we had a little rep of a little bit of partying for a little while.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the Facebook page used to be after you because
Okay.
of your group, right?
Yeah, was that the
The
shipwreck?
Shipwrecked?
Was that?
Oh, we don't. Yeah, that was on one Halloween.
The one that doesn't exist anymore.
Brian.
Oh, it
Brian trying to have plausible deniability there. You see him. He knows.
talking about?
He knows full well, but he's denying it, pleading the fifth.
And your neighborhood is famous for the after
party.
for Halloween.
Saw.
Yeah,
Every
Kusaw.
time.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
So-
Always a great time.
Easy stumble home for you guys on Blackwater, right? Yep.
Absolutely. Beautiful thing.
You guys go all the way around, or you just cut right through the neighbors' yards to get home that night?
We're on the golf cart.
Oh, okay.
We don't remember.
Exactly.
That's the right
Good answer.
Allegedly, we got home. I don't know. Without any yards being destroyed.
They're a helpful sort over there. People help them along the way, right?
That's
Oh
right.
yeah.
We want to focus tonight on some of the many activities y'all are involved in. And if you're watching on YouTube, got to show off these snazzy hats that Ryan's wearing his. I can't wear the hat and the headphones over my big noggin at the same time, but these are hats made by Rita's Crafty Shack. You guys have been good to us here on the podcast by gifting us with these hats. That look
Were they actually
awesome.
made in a shack? Is this
like
a
them.
HOA approved shack?
It's my shack, okay?
Is it HOA
The
approved?
She Shack.
Yeah, so tell us everything you want to tell us about Rita's Crafty Shack.
I am a very crafty person, and when we moved to RiverTown, I was making wreaths and T-shirts and different crafty things, just kind of getting it out there. We used to have a store, and I got we went back in 2000 from 2003 we opened up a store.
An actual storefront.
A storefront over on the east side, Arlington area.
Okay.
And so I was head of production, and we did all the uniforms and different. Help me out, Brian.
We just
did
hats,
all the-
shirts for businesses. We did
Businesses,
uniforms
Little
for
League.
sports teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
And so I kind of once we got out of that business, then I was kind of missing it.
Yeah.
So whenever I started making up the wreaths and all the different crafty things, I thought, well, I'd like to have a hat that we can just kind of sport around and rep our, RiverTown area.
You know who's good at repping this hat is Shane Gohagan.
Oh, yeah. I've seen
Shane likes to have
He
every
has-
color.
He has several of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Before I knew you, Rita, I might have met Brian once before, but I saw you selling your hats on Facebook, and I
Yes.
said, "Oh, I need to have one of those." So I got one of the RiverTown hats, and am grateful to have it. It's a good-looking hat for sure.
My first introduction was when you guys were doing the Hallow Crawl shirts,
Oh, yeah.
which is, you've done those several times now, right?
Yep,
Yep.
every year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's been a big turnout, too. That's
yeah.
fun.
Are you selling more every year? Are you seeing growth in that product line? Or?
Depends on the design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of goes up and down.
Well, after this, the exposure will be 20-fold. Right?
I mean, I think
All you
if,
have to-
if they had went with our design,
Yeah,
they would have sold a lot.
Yeah.
Ryan quickly, while we were interviewing Roxanne, came up with a design and submitted it, but
Oh.
something about conflict.
You know what's interesting about that is Roxanne showed us a couple designs. One of them wasn't the one that won.
Yeah.
That came in later.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. I listened to that podcast, and I was wondering, what was that?
Yeah.
What was that shirt that you did not reveal?
So Rita's Crafty Shack makes hats, shirts. We've discussed. You're wearing a great shirt right
I am
now,
wearing a
straight
shirt
out of
that I kinda
Rivertown,
made.
right?
This
Right?
is a one and only right now. but
is
I
it?
Kind of, yeah. Just kind of playing around with stuff,
Okay.
But I can put it out there and see if there's any, anybody likes it.
I like that.
Make it-
That's pretty cool.
I can actually make it into a hat.
Okay, very good. Now I know that is a takeoff of a famous album.
Yeah.
Are there any lines you have to be careful that you don't cross, or can you get
You don't
away
want
with that?
you don't want Easy coming after us. right?
And just, yeah. And just take it as
But
you
you-
want it.
yeah. Okay. Very
Your
good.
own imagination.
Yep. Excellent. And so when I visited at the most recent visitor fair, I saw some scarves and some other things. Tell us all of the kind of stuff you like to do.
Well, I do like the knitted hats.
Okay.
So, like the beanie hats.
Yeah.
So we've done leather on that too.
Wow.
Leather patches
Very nice.
So where do you make most of these?
out of my house.
In your house? Yeah.
Yep.
And does
In
it
your
require
shack, right?
big-
Laser
In your shack.
machine. Yeah. Once I got a hold of the laser machine, then
Okay.
that's a fun.
So what all do you have to make this stuff? What do you use?
Well, I have a heat press. I have a laser machine, and the Cricut.
Yeah.
Just different. That's really basically all you need.
Yeah, and the hat press is separate.
Yeah,
That's
hat press.
the hat press is really important because when you're pressing a hat, as she can tell you, it's a lot different than pressing a shirt.
Yeah.
Right.
Because of the curvature, I'd imagine.
Yeah, so
Yes.
she got the most expensive hat press made
Hey.
because of course she did.
Nothing but the best. Yeah. Hey, well, you can
Hey, I
tell
gotta
in
produce the things
output.
that are
Yeah,
going to
it's good
last.
quality.
Yeah.
Right,
I like
absolutely.
good quality, and I want it to last. I don't want anybody coming back saying that something's wrong with
Yeah.
it. 'cause
So what's the
I care.
hottest? What is the most frequently purchased item that you have? I assume it's a hat.
It's a hat, yeah.
And is it the
And it's-
standard RiverTown hat?
I have named it the OG
Okay.
Okay.
RiverTown hat. It's the first one that I ever designed, and it's this design that Brian's wearing tonight. And it
Got the
has
men's club one on.
it has the
Oh,
coordinates, of Rivertown, and it has the Rivertown written across the middle. And let me see the bottom of it.
This is the men's club one.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Kind of like those weird signs that guy makes.
That's
Yeah, I've seen a few of
That
those.
guy.
Yeah, that guy. We know
Not
who
mentioning his name. Is that what the deal is?
Mr. Black.
But anyway, that's my all-time
Yeah, the OG is
best. Yeah, the
your
best seller.
Very
And
good.
what's the price for that?
That runs $29.
All right.
Which I'll tell you is a deal. I was just in Nashville and there was tiki bar selling hats like that with the like corkboard one,
Uh-huh.
and I think they were selling them for like $40.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
They
It's
can get
crazy
pricey.
because kind of hats they're like $40 is kind of the sweet spot these days.
Yeah.
That's like outrageous to me that's kind of the sweet spot.
So Rita, you might be leaving some margin on the table there.
Well, for RiverTown, I'm trying to keep it
Oh.
a decent price. You guys are
right.
special.
No, that's
So.
true.
Ryan actually looks good in his hat.
What?
You look good. You look good in the hat.
He does. I
Play that
agree.
back?
Yeah.
I mean, the
compliment.
color
Wow.
goes with your salt and pepper. What you got going on
We
there?
are
I knew there was
recording.
an insult coming somewhere.
I handpicked
laying
the
it
colors
out.
for each of you. By
We
the way.
appreciate that.
I-
I got my Seminole.
Blue's one of my favorite colors.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. When we posted the pictures on Facebook, I didn't even notice, but my daughter said, "Did y'all know that each of y'all were wearing a shirt that was similar to that color?" I had no idea. It was just dumb luck. Did you guys know?
I didn't even
I-
notice that after the picture.
I go blue
No.
all day, well, except for today.
Yeah.
Undershirt?
Your jeans are blue.
Blue?
There, I got some blue on.
Your jeans are blue, but
Oh, yeah, there you go.
a noticeable brown
And other
spot on the
things.
Back, but yeah. So, what's to come in 2024? You got anything exciting? Any new thoughts you want to debut here?
Well, I work a full-time job.
Sure.
It's kind of like whenever I have time,
Yeah,
then I kind of try to play around in the craft room, and
yeah.
I haven't come up with anything just that I want to share
Okay.
just yet.
That doesn't leave much time for romance.
Or my grandchild. I have a grandchild.
Okay.
I like to spend time with too.
Which I would imagine would be higher in the
Oh,
pecking
yes.
order than romance.
With
Sorry,
Brian.
Brian.
Absolutely.
Well, we've been ignoring Brian there and
Oh, he is
rubbing
here.
salt in his wound about that, but we're
Yep,
getting
he's
to
here.
you because, Brian, you are the coordinator for the RiverTown Men's Club, right?
Yes, Brian McGuffin is the president. I'm the vice president, so I'm the one that posts all the stuff
Okay.
on our RiverTown Men's Club page.
Yeah.
Kind of coordinate all that thing.
Very
Absolutely.
good, very good.
You're the one who sends out the emails and invites, right?
Yes.
The texts. Well, I don't know. I'm part of it. I've never been, but I get
Obviously,
something.
but you're obviously on the page.
Yes, I'm on the
So
page.
just anybody that's on the page gets the invite.
Okay. I ought to
So you
go.
should show up sometime.
I should.
Maybe.
I'm planning
It's
to
a
get.
blast.
Don't
Ryan,
worry, I've asked him to come.
Ryan would love it
sometimes.
if I came.
But he said he's not a real man, so he couldn't come.
But I do want to understand the full scope of what the men's club does, right? It's like philanthropic stuff and poetry
support each
readings
other.
and things, right? And
Yeah, just anything we can to support each other
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, so the men's club, we meet the second Wednesday of every month,
okay, which will be the 10th.
But we have a conflict for next month.
which
Valentine's
could
Day.
potentially be a
I saw
problem.
that.
Valentine's Day. I mean, is that really a conflict or not?
And then your
Well,
comment was if we did it, all the men would have to stay there that night.
I did make that comment. If we didn't change that, we may all have to sleep.
Maybe
in
I
the
shouldn't have
river
said that in
house.
front of your wife.
I know.
Oh,
Well,
that's good.
you
He's
talked
scoring
about the
some
romance
points.
part not being there with the timing. So what's the matter? I mean, it's just it's Valentine's Day. No
This is
big
the
deal.
first time I've heard this.
And so typically the second Wednesday of every month, we must work on February and figure out what we're going to do.
Okay. At
you know,
the River House.
at the River House
In the actual River House? Because I've been
In the
there
house.
a time or two
In the
where
house.
there was a conflict and you had to play elsewhere.
there was,
Yeah, okay, but it's usually in the River House.
yeah, I think probably twice maybe we did it in the
Played in the
Ballerina
yoga room.
Okay.
Let me
It was
ask.
cold.
Let me ask you a logistical question about the River House and this event that occurs once a month.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have to book it 2 months out every time, like everybody else?
We're just part of the club, so our club
So if you're a
has
club,
the second
you-
Wednesday.
you
So, if you're a
that
club, you don't have to do the 60 days
You can
or
have a
90
standing
days.
Correct.
reservation.
Correct.
So if you want to reserve the River House for
So say, for example,
one day
your
a
daughter
month,
was going to get
just
married
start a club.
12
Correct.
times a year.
Yeah.
You could form the Tillsworth Wedding
What if
Club.
I had a club, then sub rented it out?
Yeah.
So you had problems
Bad idea.
renting it out later. Do you think maybe that it had to do with you?
Yeah,
Nothing, not at all.
Definitely
Could be
was.
my wife.
That would be a
possible.
good
Just
thought.
curious.
Or some
but I
of
think
my,
it's
Who's that
a little
last name?
different. Yeah. So,
Some of the people that hang around with me.
so it's poker, right?
It is.
Okay.
It
In the
is.
front?
Right.
We do.
We have liquor in the back.
We do poker games. We play Texas Hold'em, and we usually get there about 6:30. People usually bring some snacks, some drinks.
It does not start at 6:30.
It does not start at 6:30.
So don't feel like you have to be there.
I heard Jeremy Weinglass takes everybody's money. Is that true?
Jeremy likes to think he is. But no, it's a great time, great group of guys. I mean, we have a pretty steady 28 to 30 guys a month.
And it seems like the newbie always wins.
Newbie always
Maybe I
wins.
should show up.
Fantastic.
And
Let's coordinate so we're not newbies.
it's,
at the same moment.
yeah, no, it's as soon as we see a new guy, we start changing tables. You go and hang out where Ryan's at.
Yeah, I think I showed up. The first time I went, I came in third, and I haven't come anywhere close to that since.
It always happens. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, 90% of the time.
It's a good marketing
New guy
ploy,
is
though.
gonna-
Yeah,
Get them
gonna
back.
win.
Yeah.
Let them win the first time, and then book
Yeah,
'em.
absolutely. Hook them in, and then they're good.
So Texas Hold'em, how many guys can be at a single table for that?
I mean, 10 gets crowded, but if we have 30 guys there, we're going to be 3 tables,
Three
10
tables,
a
okay.
table.
Brian even built a fourth table.
He did.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah,
Okay.
he
When we were getting over 30 at one point.
We did. Yep. We've had as many as 32, 33 probably. So, but it's good. I mean, it's consistent numbers right now. It's been going on for a long time in RiverTown.
Can you disclose the monthly buy-in?
Yes. It's a $40 buy-in.
Okay.
And then at the 1 hour mark,
$40 membership.
Okay.
$40 membership.
Monopoly money. And then at the 1 hour mark, because the blinds go up every 15 minutes, the 1 hour mark, we take a break and you can top off back to your original amount of your Monopoly money. And at that point, or you can buy back in the first hour if you happen to get knocked out, like Ryan made.
So it happens.
Done.
There's some people that bought in multiple times before
Yes.
the break.
100%. I've seen somebody go out on the first hand and have to buy back in.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, and some people don't even come till the break, right? You don't have to be there right at 7. You can come. We prefer people come earlier, but
You should not talk about Ray like that.
it's true. It happens. Or Alberto.
Yeah, it doesn't happen too often now. It used to a lot more often, but now pretty much everybody's.
Do you have to be a bourbon drinker to show up to this?
You do not.
Okay.
I would say most people don't drink bourbon.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought everybody except for me and Dan. And Dan drinks bourbon.
No, but there's a lot of the guys there now that are getting into bourbon. I think the last couple times I've taken about 5 or 6 different bottles for them to try different ones so they can learn about them. So
There was a period
Todd just learned
educational
about
component.
cigars, so
That's true. And I got hooked.
I knew there was an educational component to the men's club.
yeah,
So I tried for, I don't know, maybe 5 months straight with different, I'd buy most expensive stuff, cheap stuff, whatever.
Really?
Never got,
what'd you try?
like Angel's
Mixers?
Envy and, oops. Is that bad?
we should give him some Eagle Rare.
We should let him try some Eagle Rare for sure.
Todd, were you drinking it straight or were you mixing it?
And I think it's cool to drink it straight. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Without ice cube.
That's what the aficionados do is
Neat.
So I didn't like it like that. So they started cutting it with like Sprite or something.
Then
I like it a
what's
little
the
bit better.
point?
Yeah. So
Might as well drink a crapple.
right, and that's a girl's drink.
Hey
So
now. I can always mix you up a fire chief.
So in the way we do the men's club, we keep score.
nothing wrong with girls, Rita.
So
Yeah, exactly.
there's winners each night, but we also keep a running total for a final table in December that we do.
All right.
So part of every buy-in goes towards the pot at the end of the year,
Okay.
which we do in December, and it's we do the top 9 for the final table.
Okay.
You think I'd be as good at that as I am at fantasy football?
I have no doubt.
Probably.
you'd be as good at that as you proved to be at fantasy football this year.
Okay, it is next Wednesday, so just so you guys know.
Yeah.
Ryan, you gonna be there this time?
I will be there this time.
Yes.
I think I'm quite certain I will be too because Beth is going to be out of town, so I don't even need a hall pass.
I might show up too.
There you go. Let's go.
Yeah.
I might get taken to the cleaners. Is there an option to just observe?
You know what?
Some people have come up and just
you can absolutely, but the entertainment value in that $40 is great.
But would I be pissing people off if I stumbled over some of the rules or some of the proper ways
there's
to make a
certain
play?
people. Won't name any names. There are certain people,
Yeah.
but no, most people will
Watch a
will be very
YouTube video.
I actually did research over the holidays, Texas Hold'em, and couldn't quite follow a lot of it with the blind,
You know
and
how
the
the
double
cards
blind, and I know how the cards work, but it was mostly the blind.
No, it's
blind
pretty easy.
betting
It
routine
It really
and
is
stuff, so.
easy.
Some people take it super serious, and other people don't care. Like betting before, if you don't bet whatever the blind is or whatever, and you bet more, or you don't call, or there's some people will call you out, but
it's straight Texas Hold'em. You guys never throw in any other games or anything?
No, not during the tournament. Now,
maybe a side game or something.
Once people start bowing out of that, there may or may not be some side games going on.
That's part of the entry fee, maybe.
And it's all for fun. No money changes hands at all, because that's not allowed.
And Rita, it's all responsible, right? Brian has not put the fortunes of the Butch family at risk.
No, he knows better.
Okay.
But people who think watch World Poker and think, oh, I'll be there till 2 a.m. playing. No, I mean, I think the tournament's usually over by 10:30.
Ooh, that's kind of late
at the latest.
Usually a little bit later than that.
Yeah.
Some people that are out earlier may be leaving that time, but and there may or may not have been a time
I'm saying
or
the
two.
tournament part of it.
Tournament part, yes.
Yeah.
But there may or may not have been a time or two where it may have gone into the wee hours of the morning.
I've been there till 2 a.m.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that when the entertainment comes? Or?
That's when they show up.
So it's Wednesday nights and Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very good.
Second Wednesday of every month.
Yeah. What is the secret code word for the men's club?
Show up.
Bourbon.
Bourbon.
Of course it is.
Outstanding. Very good. So those things keep you busy, no doubt. But something else in 2024 is going
Speaking of alcohol,
roll out and keep you busy, right? So, what do we have here?
This little Piaggio.
It looks like it's motorized.
Piaggio Ape.
Wow.
Is that street
It's
legal?
a little mobile bar.
Okay.
Yes, and it's gas powered.
Gas powered.
Yes.
People in RiverTown are not going to
similar to a golf cart, then, right?
This is
Imagine
nothing
in
that
size.
we're going to be driving around. Okay, this is just to.
Except for RiverTown, we will be.
Well, just to.
So you guys are starting a mobile bar business, starting here over the next few months when your Piaggio arrives, right?
Yes.
Very good.
Sip.
It's called Sip Social Jax.
Sip Social Jax.
Cool.
Very nice.
That's our logo right there.
Are you? Are you going to have a website?
We will.
Okay.
Yes.
But not
Sip
one.
Social Jax.
No, it's ready to go. SipSocialJax.com.
Sip Social Jax.
Same thing on Facebook and Instagram. You can find it.
So you will be going beyond the walls of RiverTown, but you will also be doing things
this
in
is a
RiverTown.
podcast. People can't see you shaking your head. Yes.
That is correct.
So I noticed that it's a little vehicle. So let's just say you're doing something in Nocatee. How do you get it there?
Trailer.
Yeah,
Okay.
we transport it around.
You don't
We
drive this
transport it
little
around to.
Boozemobile.
Yeah, in a trailer. We take it to wherever the events are.
Okay. Cool.
That thing is awesome. It looks totally European.
It is.
Is it?
It's an Italian.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's going to be on this?
Yeah, tell us the details.
Peroni, of
those
course.
That maybe have not comprehended.
So it has 7 taps on it, and it's everything is by keg, and it has a chiller in it that keeps everything chilled. And all we do is we show up at the event. The person throwing the event pays for the alcohol.
Okay.
And it comes in keg, and we load it into our chiller. We serve the drinks.
So it's all beer?
It can be whatever you want to put in the keg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, beer, wine are popular, and then also
Prosecco you can do.
reality is
mixed
today
cocktails.
the kegged cocktails is a big thing.
Yeah.
Really?
So margaritas,
In a keg?
mojitos.
And it's all
Really?
and it's all at a tap, and it's fast.
I would like all the options to be beer.
Yeah,
You would.
Well,
Well, if you
different
rent them
IPAs.
out, then you can make them all beer.
Okay.
sure can, and
So
you can do non-alcoholic as well, because
what?
a lot of things with this business are done with birthday parties, graduation parties, etc.
You don't drink alcohol at birthday parties?
Well,
options.
Oh.
So you could have 3 beers, 2 wines, margarita, and a
Yeah, the
Partridge,
reality is most of the
non-alcoholic.
time somebody's not going to have that many.
they're not going
Right.
to run
Okay.
7.
They're not
I don't
gonna
think.
but
We're-
you can have non-alcoholic, and you can mix your offerings, right?
Yeah, usually in the back, 'cause there's 5 kegs on the side, 5 taps on the side, and 2 in the back. So
Okay.
usually the back kind of leave
would
for-
be the non-alcoholic, like lemonades or root
Yeah.
beer.
Okay.
You know, you can make-
Whoever's hiring you out, do they just tell you what they want and you get it, or are they responsible for?
they're responsible for it.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are a dry hire state, so
Oh, really?
the person doing hiring for the services is the one that's responsible for purchasing all the alcohol.
So you provide the hours of service, the number of taps that they have determined, right?
Correct.
You provide the cups, the bartender. I'm noticing custom signage is an option that you have.
Yes.
There. Okay, very nice.
What are
several
some
packages available?
You mentioned birthday parties. I assume
Right.
parties of any type, weddings,
Any type. Oh yeah, any event.
Fiestas,
Bar mitzvah.
parties at Ryan's
Podcasts.
place, podcasts. That'd be cool.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's a great idea.
Podcast.
All kind of neighborhood parties.
Right, neighborhoods,
alcohol.
yes, we
and to mention, just going back to this Blackwater Pirates a minute, we've done a Super Bowl party every year that we've been here. So we always have
At the River House.
for a Super Bowl party.
We rented out.
So it may appear
Okay.
there.
Ooh,
There's
maybe,
a possibility that it could
This
be there.
year.
Is it small? You could drive it right up there.
It is. It's
yes.
very small.
Could you drive it in there? That'd be cool.
We could drive it in.
No, it'd have to have
Because-
double doors.
I think there are.
I
Are there
think
not? There are. I think up
I'm
there.
pretty sure there is. We
Or you could
ri-
just
Yeah, we'll probably
drive right through the other one.
You know where the patio is? I think that you can go around that way and go in. But anyway,
Yeah, very nice.
Anyway, but
People
yeah,
up
just
on the-
also throw that out there that the Super Bowl party is invite only.
Is it?
Sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned it.
We can edit that out. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
But it's okay.
We can take it out.
What if one of us isn't invited?
Well, we know which one it won't
Too
be.
late, yeah. So I'm noticing on your website that it looks like maybe there's a bridal shower or something going on here. Looks like at least 4 of the attendees are already knocked out and on their knees here after.
Sure
I don't
that's
know
a
how many
bridal? You
hours
sure
of
that's a
service.
bridal?
No, that's a bachelorette. They're on their knees.
Bachelorette.
That's a bachelorette party.
Some sort of women only gathering where only one of them is still standing and 4 are already
that
on
a-
their way to tumbling
Is that a
over.
pole?
Oh, there they are. Now they're standing up over
okay,
here. So-
good.
That's before.
That was before. Absolutely, that's
right.
the before picture.
yeah, they needed that.
Before and after shot.
So I
is
guess
exciting.
back to
Because they didn't have
the
to-
keg part. I guess this is where if someone is going to hire you, but they don't know necessarily where to get the alcohol from, do you help?
We do
point them
help
in the right
guide them,
direction?
Yes,
Okay,
we
good.
help guide them to where they can get that done.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. So you're just waiting on all the stuff to come in, and
Right.
it'll be ready to go.
It'll be ready to go. We're excited about it. We've been waiting to unveil this for quite a while,
Yeah.
and we're really excited. We're sorry that we can't have more information and
I think it'll be cool when we have
Yeah.
the Will You Be My Neighbor podcast and unveiling
yes, that was
party
very
Absolutely.
cool.
where we.
So Todd said he will pay for the first one.
I'll buy a keg.
Okay,
There you
Yeah,
go.
sure.
All right.
we can do this.
There you go.
So sipsocialjax.com, and you've got Facebook as well, right? And
Instagram.
Instagram. Okay, very good. And hopefully,
I'm not responsible for anything, right?
depending
If I buy a
on
keg.
the arrival of the Piaggio, that will be your debut, right? Once you have the cart on Blackwater, you'll be ready to go.
Yes,
huh?
we'll be ready to go.
Very good.
We're very excited.
So it's exciting coming here, hopefully in the next couple of months. So this will publish on January 10th. So hopefully we'll be within weeks of you guys getting up and running.
Super Bowl's coming up.
And so
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, well, that's fantastic. Any other events or activities that y'all coordinate or have planned that our listeners should know about? We'll get to know more about the Butch family on A Beer With, which will be a separately published episode. But any other of your entrepreneurial endeavors that you'll
Not, you don't
Holding
think
out on
anything
us?
else in that shack?
I don't think so.
no.
Shack is full.
Yeah.
Shack is full.
Well, I love that you're
The hats,
you
the
have
shirts.
so many things going on to keep you busy.
Yeah, I wear many hats.
Yes, you do. You make
That's
and
where Ryan
wear.
would normally, if he was paying attention, he'd hit
I
the
know,
button.
right?
Well, I already switched it. I can go back.
Did you? That's right.
There you go.
Perfect.
It's always a lot better when it's 5 minutes late.
Well, outstanding.
That's how we do things.
So I promise I will come and contribute some of my money to the men's club. I have contributed money
Donate,
to
I think's
Rita's
the word, then you'll
Crafty
be good.
Shack in exchange for my RiverTown hat, and then was very blessed to receive one from the goodness of your heart there. I've got a couple of the RiverTown shirts, so I'm a loyal customer of the
Thank
Crafty Shack.
you. Yeah, we appreciate
And
it.
look forward to Sip Social Jax as well. That's
Thank you.
that is neat. So very good. All right. Thank you for joining us.
Yes,
thank you.
of
Yes, thank you
course.
both.
All right.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
We
Yeah,
sure do.
glad
Always
to do
enjoy
it.
you guys.
All right.
too.
Thanks, Brian.
Even Todd.
tell you what's good in the hood from a self-indulgent perspective. We have the #1 podcast in RiverTown.
That's awesome.
Did you know that?
How long's that been?
Pretty much since May 1st. Yep. To the best of our knowledge, there is not a podcast that outranks us in RiverTown.
There might be one that's recorded in RiverTown,
Oh, yeah?
but not based on RiverTown.
There you go. That's right. So we promised you earlier a state of the podcast update here. Since
Is this where we find out how much our bonus is this year?
It is, yep. So
End of the year.
more
End of
than
the
you
year
expected,
financials.
Clark?
Are we getting a free membership?
That's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year. Maybe that should be our slogan. So we have had
I thought that was STDs.
that too, Clark.
That was
too.
VD.
Yep. So will you be my neighbor doesn't burn quite as much as that gift, but
Still stings, though.
as we mentioned, this is our second year.
We're in year
calendar
2.
Yep. That's right.
Second calendar year. That's a technical.
Calendar year, not fiscal year.
So we thought we'd review some stats and go over some other things. Talk about.
Hopefully we talk about the financials because I really want to dig into
I
that.
want to know how
wanna
big our
start?
bonus is.
Yeah.
All right.
Did we hit our numbers?
I'd like to get a raise.
I am pleased to report that 100% of the revenues generated by Will You Be My Neighbor will be divided equally among the three of us.
But you'll get an error that says div ! 0.
You're probably right. Yeah. And when I say you're probably right, I'm only questioning whether that's what Excel would return specifically
Pretty
verbatim.
sure I got the Excel.
But yes,
We could also say we could give all of our profits. We give all of our profits directly to charity.
we do. We do indeed.
Is this a not-for-profit?
It is.
Or is there something worse than a not-for-profit?
It's pound div /0 !
Okay. Yep, that is your bonus, fellas. Enjoy it. Don't spend it all in one place.
I mean, I quit my job today just for this.
And you do this full time.
It's a full-time job right now.
That's true.
You may want to
So I need some.
do something to rectify that in the next 6
Can we
days.
start a GoFundMe?
We can.
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe/WYB.
I got stickers for sale. Anyone want to buy some stickers?
You're the engineer of this.
I could just press the buttons.
Well, I mean, it looks cool, though.
So the point being that we do this for fun and for the betterment of the community, right?
And drinking.
Those ads we used to have were fake ads.
Were they?
Yeah, remember that? They were fun, but they were fake.
I think they cost us money. That's why we stopped doing it.
Yeah, they probably did. So, but we enjoy putting on the contest where we have occasional prizes to our listening audience, and we went out and rewarded folks with drinks of the week.
You told me I was getting reimbursed for that when we started making money.
Yeah, it's a true statement. It's still a true statement.
I think we need to have more giveaways in 2024.
Yeah, I think so too.
Bigger.
I think we need to make more money in 2024.
Yeah, that too.
It would be great.
Bigger and better.
You know, we talked with the Butches about a Will You Be My Neighbor sponsored party, but those are costly things.
That's when they left.
Would we consider sponsors for a party?
Yes,
Not-
people to
not-
sponsor us.
Not for would you want that rather than just sponsoring a big party? I imagine we could probably have
Where would it
folks who
be?
sponsor the party. River House. We would let you know within.
That would be kind of cool. Though. Will you be my neighbor?
It would be. I'd love
Party.
to do it for a.
All right, but let's get back to the statistics here.
Yeah, so we've made no money. We've spent money on this.
We're in the red.
We're down a couple $1,000
Black
collectively, I think.
Black Friday did not come,
But we do it because we love you, the neighbors of RiverTown.
but we'd love you more
Yep.
if we made money.
So, but 23 episodes. This is our 23rd episode here. So we published 22 of them in 2023. You guys have highlights? What stuck out to you of our episodes there? And let's include, in addition to that, our 12 beer withs. So we had 34 total published events in 2023. What were the highlights?
The food.
The drinks.
Anytime we got
Drinks.
food.
Yeah, I enjoyed some of our off location.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not saying that right, but I enjoyed going to
On-site.
Serafina's.
On-site, yep. Serafina's.
Second Bay.
Second Bay was
A lot
fun.
of fun.
The marina. What was that?
Amity.
Second Bay was
Andy?
fun.
What else? Well, when Renee
Water
came,
Song?
Renee brought his meat. Water Song.
That
Yes,
Water Song.
Good one.
Water Song was fantastic.
I think what I like about Water Song is
River Club's fun.
they like us.
They do like us, yeah.
We're like
And we're going to get to that in our demographic.
we're like
here.
faux celebrities
Yeah.
at Water Song.
There's only 3 of us.
You said faux.
Oh,
There's only 3.
not faux.
It used to be faux celebrities.
It used to be faux of us.
Three
Does
celebrities.
Chris White's house count as an offsite location?
Yeah,
Is it?
That was
where it all started.
that's where it all started.
Yep, as documented in the cover story.
Yes,
Open
the
the
cover
bag.
story. Speaking of highlights of the year,
Yeah, we made the magazine. And
We did.
I think they could have put a better picture on the cover, but
Well,
you know,
it was a good picture of Dan
I
anyway.
mean, I got a Christmas present wrapped in that, so that was interesting.
I'll
Thank
tell
you,
you
Kristen.
how popular we are. I put out here in the Orchards Facebook page a request that, hey, if you're going to discard that, I'd love to get some more copies.
You didn't get any?
I got one more from
Because
the
everyone had
Orchards
already
because
thrown
everyone
them away.
else. No.
Anybody want you to sign
Everyone
them?
else wanted there.
Anybody have you sign it?
Shane Gohagan asked for an autographed copy.
Really? I know him.
Yeah. I think that he has done some significant things for you in your life.
He has
Yep.
put on about 10 pounds.
So, of course, the sheriff coming on our show at his request. I'll remind our listening audience that was great fun, and we appreciate that he and his staff are hard at work on
Still,
solving the RiverTown,
which is
strangler.
crazy that they haven't really gotten much further on that. I think in 2024 we'll see some developments on the RiverTown Strangler.
Yeah, musical developments, I hope. So that was certainly a highlight. What else, Ryan? Any particular episodes?
No, I think the biggest thing I got out of it was learning all the things from the different people that,
Like
you know,
me.
Yeah, I learned you don't stop talking.
Yeah.
But
fair.
learning all the things from our guests that we've had on, and
Some are from Evansville, some like hockey.
so many from Evansville. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Indeed. You know, I enjoyed our conversation with Steve Montesinos. It was a little bit different than our just yucking it up. We dove into some important
Took a
stuff.
dark turn.
And
Very serious.
so hopefully that has helped some if they were on the fence as to whether sitting down with the counselor would benefit them or not. So it was good. Lots of good episodes. Great guests. We are very thankful for our guests.
I liked Renee's stories from back in the day.
Yeah, those were hard to top. Certainly had some shockers.
They were hard to cover.
They were hard to cover. And some
Or was it
rose
soft
to
to
the
cover?
next to the second highest.
Well, what do you got? Which one? Which one was the most popular?
Uh-oh.
Our most listened one
The Bearded Baker.
was episode 1. I think the curiosity was there. Everybody wanted to see exactly what these
It went straight downhill from there.
idiots were up to, and so
They found out, they're like-
Commissioner Eric Sachs brought us a very informative and educational overview of how the CDD works.
But there's also some timing. That one's been around the longest.
It has been, and I think as people go to our website and start to listen, they will go to the first episode.
And find out it sucks. And then they won't listen anymore.
But I do have some stats that I think will surprise some people, perhaps. Thousands of total plays that we
Wow.
have enjoyed in 2023. And here's what was really impressive to me. In Spotify, which is where we publish initially, and then we stream
Well, on all the
to Apple and
platforms.
some others, yeah. Over 25,000 impressions in Spotify
Wow.
for Will You Be My Neighbor. Little
What
old
the- what
Will You
does
Be
that
My
mean?
Neighbor.
We've impressed that many people.
Uh-huh.
That's how many times this Will You Be My Neighbor has been presented to someone, either for their listening,
They loved
a
it.
search, or
Even erotic pleasure.
sure,
We're not on Delta Spotify.
we're nothing. If
I
not.
looked for that.
Yeah, I know, but maybe one day, right?
Yeah, we can always hope.
You guys can dream. So, so yeah, that's pretty impressive. Over
If only we had a
2,000
YouTube channel.
impressions. And I'll tell you, our month with the most impressions, Jason Evans.
Really?
That drove some traffic for sure.
Well, that was a hot topic.
Yeah, it was a hot topic. And
Controversy.
we responded very quickly to that, and got the neighborhood talking.
I just saw some on Facebook. I think I sent it to you guys where somebody was mentioning about they listened to the Jason Evans. Those were hard-hitting questions, though. There was a couple real journalists on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And we missed you there, brother.
I don't remember where I was.
I don't remember
You were
you were
sick.
either.
What's that one?
Oh, he was sick.
You had
So he
been
said.
to China House, I think.
Oh, that was not bad. Let's not
Put
talk
you
about
down.
that. Let's not talk about that.
All right, so Ryan and I are going to review some of our
I guess they're not going to sponsor.
Yeah, probably not.
We don't need.
Here's our age breakdown. All right, so what do you think is our?
Just tell us, Dan.
80 to 90.
That's our biggest demographic.
Uh-huh.
45 to 59
Really?
is our biggest demographic. 32% of our listening audience falls into that. Second place, 25% fall between 35 and 40.
Oh, we're picking up the kids.
60 plus, We Love You Water Song represents 16% of our listening audience.
That's everybody there.
28 to 34, 18%. Youngsters, 23 to 27, which mostly are Todd's kids living elsewhere, 5%. 18 to 22, which is probably my boys listening, 2%. 0 to 17, less than 1%. So that's probably Ryan's kids. And
No, they haven't listened. I
okay,
guarantee
well,
you.
yeah, that's why it's less than 1%.
Could be some of your grandkids, I guess.
Our most utilized delivery vehicle, Apple Podcasts. 42% listen on Apple.
And wouldn't they have to? I mean, it's not as easily accessible, right? I mean, because
No, it is.
we put it out on.
Same.
Yeah, we do RSS, which is what sort of streaming syndicate? What's that?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It's from Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, so Apple 42%, Spotify 35%, web browser 12%, and 11% other.
The dark web.
All right, so this is what I found most interesting.
What's the gender stats?
Yeah, that's what I found most
Oh, I bet you did.
So our listeners, 58% male.
But didn't that, no pun intended, didn't that swing a different way from,
It did. That's what I found so interesting. 37% female,
we have any
6% non-specified.
how many?
6% not specified. And then there is a non-binary category.
How many we got there?
0%. So
We need to
not measuring.
branch
material.
out.
But yeah, what is interesting is you compare that to our Facebook
Oh.
followers, right? So this was
The ladies
actually
like
our
us on
audience.
Facebook.
58% male audience. Thanks, Shane. Thanks, Jack. Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Nick. But on Facebook, 67.6% women, 32.4%.
Oh. Sus.
Okay, so the men like to listen to us. The women like to look at us.
Oh.
Exactly right. It's because our pretty faces are on Facebook.
I bet that's what it is.
Yep, that's right. Our biggest category of age on Facebook, 35 to 44, followed by 45 to 54, and then 55 to 64.
You don't even know how to use Facebook if you're over 55.
Edmund Barron begs to differ.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's 98. Rides a trike.
Yep. 100% listeners are on Facebook, rather, from the United States. We do have 0%, but one follower from the United Kingdom.
UK.
Don't know who that is. Maybe that's Dean Martelli's mother-in-law,
Or his wife.
if you remember correctly. Well, she would register as the States because she lives here now.
Is that all you got?
Could be Nicole Kidman.
Switzerland, Florida is our biggest city,
Wait, what?
followed by Jacksonville.
Oh, we live in Switzerland.
I guess it's
correct.
Switzerland.
Yep, so those are our Facebook and Spotify stats.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Ryan's got website stats.
I got,
Oh, there's
I got,
more?
I got YouTube.
YouTube, yes, okay.
So we don't have as many YouTube videos as we do.
But this is where we make the money, right off the YouTube.
This is where all the $0 come from. 366 views in 2023.
Every day.
20 plus subscribers. Not every day. Total. That's total.
That sucks.
Yeah. Which one do you think is the most watched?
Oh, the one with me on it.
Well, yeah, you've been
Yep.
in all
The
of
one
them.
without sound. Second bay.
Yeah. That's the longest. The water song episode.
Oh, that got
Water
crazy.
Song Happy Hour has 135 views.
We should have done an after hours with that too, because
But here's the best thing. Average watch time.
2 minutes.
6.5 minutes. Website, we've had 3,766 site visitors,
Okay.
5,363 social views, and our online presence is starting to grow at a 20.
Well, I bet the ad revenue is going to come in big time with these numbers.
Yeah.
Shoot.
6.5 minutes.
That's how Pat McAfee started.
Yep. ESPN.
He started as a professional punter.
Well, yeah.
But, yeah.
We don't have any of that
So.
going. Although you played baseball.
I did play baseball. I did. I sat the bench in high school better than most. Better than
Worse than some, especially
Hey,
in JV.
this is a long episode.
Is it?
What's coming up next?
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about what can we expect out of Will You Be My Neighbor in 2024.
So
And then
that's
we'll
what's
wrap
coming up next.
Yeah.
I think bankruptcy.
Yeah, that's
Well, I'm going to need to find a job.
yeah, you probably should report back to us by the time
What's
this
the
episode airs.
Yeah.
what's the over under? We're doing this in 2025.
I don't know. I enjoy it.
Let's say if it doesn't take so long.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should
No, we'll
cut
keep
it
doing
back.
it. There's
Cut it
no
back
reason to stop.
to an hour.
We make
The
hundreds of
sheriff-
people happy.
The sheriff has invited us to do a follow-up. Didn't he invite us to come to the operation center or
did.
jail or something?
Special
like that?
ops.
Yeah.
I think that's a setup.
So maybe
though.
Will You Be My Neighbor is going to jail.
Maybe
Wouldn't be the first time
Strangler
for
will-
you.
What's that, Ryan?
Maybe the Strangler. Maybe when he'll have
That's
the
right.
Strangler. Maybe he
Oh,
has
man.
video of the Strangler.
If we
He
could
does.
be involved in the booking of the RiverTown Strangler,
That's right.
that would be sweet.
The unmasking.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like
then
Scooby
Oh, my
Doo.
goodness, yeah.
I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for your pesky kids.
You pesky podcasters.
Yep. We've got some guests in mind that we want to have on, but we do want you to let us know who you want to hear from.
Maybe we need to be more interactive in 2024.
And, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, right? Shane and others suggested that we mentioned him earlier,
Make
that we
adult
invite
films.
Edmund Barron from Watersong, who was recently profiled on the news, to come on. And we did extend that invitation. And true to his humility, he told us he didn't think he'd be a very good guest. So the three of us haven't discussed it much beyond that as to whether we should try and overcome his.
We could force him.
But you think so?
I think we could do it. There's three of us. He's
Pull up next to
98.
him while he's riding his tricycle.
We've tried a mobile broadcast before, but
Yeah. But that was when a
but-
band was playing.
yeah, we may persist and try and get him on, but we have made an effort, and at this point, he does not feel like he would be compelling. So we'll see. But we've got some other guests in mind. We're talking about, and if you read the news or the magazine article about us, that we're contemplating to what extent we expand beyond RiverTown in 2024. Get some guests of local impact and maybe even beyond. We've actually been in discussion with a TikTok influencer focused on men's accountability is probably the way to put it, and hope to have him on here in a month or two. And that would be a bit of a change from our hyper-local focus.
The magazine also mentioned my dog, Tinky Pants.
Yes.
We can maybe have Tinky Pants on.
Can have Tinky Pants on, yeah. No. Have you been contacted to get Tinky Pants?
I'll talk to her later in bed.
Tinky Pants?
Yeah.
I was referring to the magazine public. I trust that you were not.
No, I'll talk to Tinky Pants in bed, not
Yeah.
Alien.
I was asking if they had followed up about featuring Tinky Pants as a pet of the month.
No, but we're all on board for that.
Yeah, very good. Very
No,
good.
I do think we need to be more. We need to listen to our audience, however slight they might be.
Do you know
Contact
how podcasts work?
WYBMN.com.
Yeah, we have
We
some.
talk, they listen.
No, they need to give us some suggestions on like
So you're asking for feedback.
feedback. Who their favorite is, things like that. But
Not
also,
talk too much.
Maybe we'll put that as a poll. Yeah.
you
Who's your favorite?
you guys don't want any of that.
No, we don't. We don't want that smoke.
No, just ideas for like guests. I just
Yep.
places to
We've
go,
made
somebody's
that appeal
house,
before,
a
yeah.
party, events,
Yep.
beer bongs, anything. We're up for anything.
Absolutely.
Something they want us to eat. or look at, or
Was this going to turn into Fear Factor? We
sure,
start just eating random.
whatever we have to do. I think we need to go to that level. It needs to be a total sideshow.
I would love it. I would love it if our listening audience would let us know what they desire and what they want to hear.
We'll do anything,
With
right?
reason
Anything.
and legality.
I mean, we had we raced, we speed checked our golf carts till that got taken down.
Did, yeah.
Maybe we should get more risky. Right on the edge of the law.
More risky. We're going streaking.
Skinny dipping in the lazy river.
The Theodore's hot tub?
No,
we did that.
Not again.
We did that when they were
exactly.
out of
I got
town.
that. No,
We did that
I got
before
the
there was
video.
water
It's on
in it.
OnlyFans already.
Very good. So
I'm
speaking
making
of revenue,
money.
is that?
I'm making money. You guys
Yeah.
aren't.
What's that video called?
I can't tell you because then you'll search for it.
The number 10, 1 and 0.
That was the number 2.
So yeah, we would love to hear from you. Catch us out somewhere.
Catch me
Just
outside.
Let us know on Facebook or
Digits.
email contact@wybmn.com. So what's coming up in the hood? I got a few things.
Let us know.
Yeah, all right. I'm excited because I love the music bingo and the trivia every month. And
Did that
as
stop for a
happens-
while?
Yeah, it did. DJ
Kind of like
Ross,
we
who
stopped
hosts
for a
that.
while.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he spends 6 weeks in Aruba. In the
DJ Ross?
Yeah, he does.
I knew it. I knew he was a jet setter.
He is indeed. So
Aruba.
we made the announcement in the early November session that there would not be any more until January. So January 11th is the next one. I don't know if it's music bingo or trivia, but both of them are fun. So come on out. My wife will be on a cruise with some friends. That does not include me. And so
you'll be flying solo.
I will. You guys come on out. Looking for a partner.
Can we party over here?
We can. Saturday to Friday.
Will Bryn be here?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She can drive us wherever we need to go. And then the big event for January, I'm really looking forward to this. It's on a Sunday, January 21st. Big Engine plays at the amphitheater. I think we've talked about before. You guys have not seen them live?
That was my nickname back in college.
Was it?
I've seen them live
Have you seen them live? Okay.
multiple times.
Okay. Very good.
Wow.
And you would give them 2 thumbs up?
Sure.
Excellent.
I was a little intoxicated when I saw them. But
Okay.
no, they're good.
What's their style? What's the genre?
They're biker band.
Oh, really? That sounds good.
I mean, both times I saw them at Biketoberfest and Harley Davidson.
So biker band, which are like Metallica. I mean, what are we?
Yeah, they're
like rock and roll.
Really?
Rock and roll to soothe the soul.
Like Juice Newton?
Exactly like Juice Newton.
What date's that again?
January 21st. It's a Sunday, 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock.
Sunday? You got a biker band?
Yep. Jags will likely be eliminated by from the playoffs.
Hey, don't you talk bad about the Jags.
3 to 6? I don't even start drinking until about 5:30.
Well, then just don't stop from Saturday. That's the beauty of it being on a Sunday.
I think
And that's a holiday weekend.
Oh yeah, it's Martin MLK.
Federal holiday. I know I get it off.
I bet you do.
I don't know about you guys, but yeah, that should be a long weekend. So Sunday,
Ryan,
perfect.
You can get it off.
All the time.
He doesn't know yet until he checks in on the next job.
Wow.
Big Engine. Sounds a bit like Sip.
I like it. I like it. I don't know if I like it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but
On a Sunday.
why not?
Yeah.
You guys ever beer bonged?
Yeah.
College.
Let's do it for the.
Just for that. Just
Yeah.
Just for that. We need one of those portable ones.
Well, you make them. You go to the.
Have you not seen the portable ones? They have like the extendable,
No.
like slinky straw thing.
Really? We used to make them out of a auto funnel and a clear tube.
Hey, I think
Things
that,
you did in Iowa.
It was in Iowa. Good correction.
You're crazy back in Iowa.
Oh yeah, everybody is.
Yep, for sure. See, Iowa
Totally.
is getting rid of their offensive coordinator.
Little ferrets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. The good riddance, huh? So
Yeah.
Well, it's about Todd's bedtime, so we should
yeah,
probably get
mine
going.
too. So that's what's coming up. We hope to see you at Big Engine at the amphitheater. Come say hi if you recognize us. You know, we are magazine cover models.
If you bring your magazine, we'll sign it.
Absolutely, we will. Absolutely.
we should set up a table for that.
I wonder how many people have made it this long.
Oh,
I don't know.
how long will it be?
If you've made it this long,
You get a prize.
if we sign your magazine, you'll get a prize.
If you make it this long and we're there, you bring us a magazine, you will get a special prize.
Yeah, it's for sure.
Outstanding.
Special prize.
Special. It'll be super.
Oh, it'll be.
So that is episode 23, most notably the first one of 24. And
too
we're
bad it
excited
wasn't
to be
24.
back for another year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you next time.
It's a beautiful. It's a